2, 1, and hey, my countdown works. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning into the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty. Here is Jacob Blackman, the most handsome man in Norman, Oklahoma. How you doing, Jacob?
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And we're going to play our opening music. So,
which is not K-pop Demon Hunters.
It is not. I wish it.
But I'm sure if we could hire some lyricists to go with that, it could be nice and punchy.
Well, if you know anybody, let me know.
I do not, so sorry.
So tonight's show is about K-pop Demon Hunters. And Jacob, you're a huge fan of this.
I am.
Tell us what you think.
The short of it, I like it. Go watch it. Join the millions of people who have made this thing their new obsession, because honestly, it's worth it. The world is such a bleak place right now, and there are so many movies and shows that are popular that are showcasing bleak and asshole characters just making the world a better place because they're trying to, hey Bear, because they're trying to get what's theirs and I got mine, screw y'all. K-pop Demon Hunters is a fresh breath of air that is all about hope and inspiration in a world with all this bleak, selfish cinema out there. So, yeah, I'm a fan. And not only that, but it's the same animation studio who gave us the Spider-Verse films, which are fucking amazing, and you should watch those too. I don't know how to recommend it more.
And Bear, the next GM, just ran in and joined us. Bear, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. I've been putting on suntan lotion this whole week, just hoping I'd be less red for you this Friday.
No, you're still a fucking lobster boy. Hate to break the news to you.
Well, at least he's appropriate for space setting, which goes with his background. He could pass as a red Martian.
A red Martian. All right. So, K-pop Demon Hunters.
What about it?
It's this weird movie that is appealing equally to middle-aged geeky dudes and 16-year-old girls.
Yes, it is. And, as I said on my Facebook, I said, wow, Golden, I can't get Golden out of my head. I guess I'm becoming a teenage girl, which, is interesting in and of itself, but it's the way it is. So as you know, I've been making a lot of music using AI and stuff like that, and, generating stuff for my universe. So I get a little message from a buddy of mine, co-publisher Shane, who sends me this link for this thing called Golden. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He goes, hey, it sounds like the stuff you're making. Go listen to it. So I go listen to it, and I'm blown away. I'm like, holy shit. Hearing her, EJ is her name, hit an A5 high note after being down in the fucking, like the super low where she starts, I was like, holy shit, this chick can sing. And the video was interesting. I'm like, this is very interesting. So I watched it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, you know what? I need to see this movie. So I watched the movie. It's amazing. When it was over, I was like, wow, look at that. Strong female characters who are heroes who didn't have to put men down to be strong. They didn't have to put anybody down to bring themselves up. What an interesting concept. And the music's fun, and the animation, as you were saying, it's the Spider-Verse people, it's really great. The director and creator is a Korean-Canadian, so Canada once again. And overall, it was a fantastic experience. I don't want to listen to any other K-pop. I'm not becoming a K-pop person. I don't give a fuck about any of that. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the fact that Golden is the #1 song globally on the top 100 absolutely blows my mind. Blows it.
Yeah, it's going to theatrical release here in the States. A couple of game industry friends of mine are going to a sing-along for it tomorrow at the Alamo Draft House. So it's
nice.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon. So, and I almost feel like someone should write a role playing game, but I can think of like 10 that could handle this theme just
There
fine.
are so many games that can already handle K-pop Demon Hunters as a setting.
Yeah, and the best one's called Heroic. Sorry, I apologize. That got stuck in my thought.
Well, if someone wants to buy Heroic, they can pick it up the free preview version on Drive-Thru RPG right now.
Yeah,
right?
it's super out of date. Don't worry about it. The we're getting close. We're in layout, and the writing's done. We're in layout and art right now. So if you want to get the rules, join the Patreon, and every month I update the Patreon with the new rules, and you can get a copy there. So But back to this. The best description of this of K-pop Demon Hunters I've ever heard is, what if Gem and the Holograms mashed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Mm-hmm.
I've been described, what if Josie and the Pussycats mashed with Supernatural, but I'll go with that.
I think the one I like is better.
Of course you do.
Also, because Josie and the Pussycats sucked.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah,
Archie?
Gem was awesome.
All right. What if the Archies and the X-Files had a baby?
What if Archie and the X-Files had a baby?
The Archies, the band, Sugar Sugar?
Yes, they're the last band that was made up and didn't exist, much like this one, to chart on the Billboard Top 100.
Well, if we're not counting the Monkees, yeah, that's true.
The Monkees were a real band.
Right.
They're like the Spice Girls. They're a real band. They were an assembled, cultivated real band, but they're a real band. The Archies and Huntrix are not real bands.
Wait, who is that one? The band with the animated members?
Gorillas.
Gorillas.
Gorillas is a real band.
What
was the singer of Gorillas used to be in? What other band was it? Blur?
Yeah, the characters who represent Gorillas aren't real, but the Gorillas themselves are a real band.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But the lead singer, the guy who made the band Gorillas, was from another band, and I think I want to say Blur. I don't know why I want to say it's Blur, but I want to say Blur, but I could be completely wrong on that. Gorillas, Damon. Yeah. Virtual band created by musician Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett. And Damon Albarn was in Blur. Yeah, I was right.
Okay, no idea. That's cool. Sweet. So you said
that I say, woohoo. Sorry, anyway.
So this is a superhero movie then, it sounds like.
This is a superhero movie. Absolutely, this is a superhero movie.
100%.
That's fair. I can accept that.
I just hope everybody at Disney and Warner Brothers was paying the fuck attention, because this is a climactic event. This is one of those moments in cinema. This is what Star Wars was. This is what Batman '89 was. This is what Jaws was. This is one of those defining moments in cinema that determines potentially where the next 10 years of film will go if the trend carries, right? So we're currently at the point in cinema where do you guys ever see a movie the documentary called The Kid Stays in the Picture?
Oh, years ago, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole point of that guy's career was that at the time he became a producer and saved Hollywood by getting into the exploitation stuff with the budget, Hollywood didn't know what the fuck to do with itself. Musicals were failing, westerns were failing, everything was failing. They weren't making money anymore, and they had no idea to do. And then they just leaned into what Corman was already doing and just gave it a budget. And then suddenly, because Jaws is a Corman film with a budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at now. Superhero films are failing. Pixar films are failing. Everything's failing because nobody knows how to tap into the zeitgeist of Generation Alpha and the younger Generation Z to get them into theaters or get them to watch stuff. And along comes this film, which is bridging generational gaps. Gen X is watching it, millennials are watching it, Zs are watching it, and Alphas are watching it. So this is a cultural zeitgeist and a potential clarion call to the film industry. Now, I worked in the film industry for over 20 years, and I can tell you they're not good at listening. But all it's going to take is one good producer to go, ooh, and then have a Warner Brothers or a Disney or Sony did this, have one of the bigger studios release something in the same vein that hits. And if that happens, it'll light the fire, and suddenly we'll have 10 years of this kind of stuff, and everybody trying to capitalize on it, which I think would be cool.
Yeah, I can't can't disagree. It's a fun little movie. I just watched it today, actually. Jacob's
Oh, yeah?
a week. Yeah, but I finally get around to it today.
Yeah, I've been poking him to make sure he's watched it before we do the show.
Might help, yeah. It's crazy. No.
But yeah, the music lives rent free in my head. I have only watched I've only watched the movie once, but I listen to the music while I'm doing art, and it's just good. And there's so much about this movie that is interesting, and you pay attention to Korean culture, to music culture, supernatural phenomenon, and I can talk about this movie for hours.
I'll tell you this: the music. This is what it sounds like. And Golden, I literally find myself getting misty when I listen to them.
I weep every time I hear "This is what it sounds like."
I don't weep because I'm still a man, but
I weep, I cry, I am brought to tears because it is such a powerfully emotional song.
it is very powerful, very, very, very powerful. And I get a kick out of "This Is What We Do." I think that's a fun little song, especially when she's punching the demon in the face with the carafe of coffee. This is what we do. I was like, that's funny. That's really funny to me, But overall, I mean, Ken Jeong steals the film for me. I didn't realize it was Ken Jeong as Bobby until after, and I'm like, oh wow, he really he should be doing a lot more voice work because he's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? Is that
he was there?
Senor Chang from Community. Yes,
and the naked guy from Hangover. Okay,
and they had Donnie Yen as the doctor.
Yeah,
with the eyes.
I did not know
wow.
So basically, everybody who is Korean and isn't an asshole in Hollywood worked on this film.
So, Honest Trailers put forth the theory that they stole the plot from Frozen. What do you guys think about that?
I disagree 100%. I think Honest Trailers, while very cute, is not a good place to go for cinema analysis.
No.
All right. Well, I mean,
I've seen Frozen. I don't feel it was Frozen.
All right, fair enough. Jacob, you also share this opinion.
I disagree. Yes, I strongly disagree with them. One of the things I find really interesting about this, and especially with the phenomena of cinema over the course of this year, is having gotten two hugely impactful films that are about non-white culture, music, and the supernatural.
What's the other one?
Sinners.
Haven't seen it. Haven't even heard of it.
Oh, I did? Really? Okay. Yeah, it's the guy who played Warmonger. What's his name? He was Wallace in The Wire. Michael B. Jordan. It's 1930s speakeasy, blacks in the South, and he plays twins in the movie.
Hang on, is the devil involved?
No.
Vampires.
Okay, it was gonna be something. I knew it was gonna be something weird. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Is it good?
Irish vampires.
Oh, Faith in Bagara. Is it good?
Yes.
It's got Oscar buzz.
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about that because the Oscar has given that trophy to some really weird choices over the years. Oscars are very political, very, very political within the Academy. But if you say it's a good movie to watch, then I'll check it out.
That's right for everyone who's seen it. Jacob's a big fan. I haven't been able to get my wife to go see it yet, but I'll catch it once it's on streaming one of these days. But yeah, the buzz is.
Yeah, it's on streaming now, so you can see it.
Yeah. So.
What is this thing you call streaming?
Well, the movies that you download from BitTorrent sites in Russia, I watch on my TV.
What is this thing you call BitTorrent? I don't understand your words. Yar.
All right, so Bear, we know that you would use Heroic to play K-pop Demon Hunters. Jacob, what system would you use if you had a choice?
I could play this on I could play K-pop Demon Hunters on a lot of different systems. I could easily do it on Mutants Masterminds. I could easily do it in D&D. what else? Champions hero system.
Oh.
I haven't played heroic, so I don't have any experience with that.
Whose fault is that?
Yours, because you haven't run it
No,
for me.
it's not my fault. On my Discord, I'm always putting up, I got a game coming, apply for a seat in it, and you guys are never on my Discord, so...
I have been banned from Discord.
Why did you get banned from... What did you do?
I will tell you when we're not on air.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think...
You're a very bad man.
Apparently. I think Mutants and Masterminds and Champions, I'm going to disagree. I think they're too clunky and mechanical, and that would get in the way of the fast and fun. I think maybe Savage Worlds, maybe.
It is fast, furious, and fun.
That's what they say. I keep hearing that. Haven't seen that in action, but I keep hearing it.
Icons, I could see Supers run by our friend Walt Rebelliard. I could see that. And
D6.
Yeah, D6, PNP.
Powers and Paragons? I don't see why not.
Run by a friend of the podcast, Leonard Pimentel. So
he's no friend of mine's. Oh, wait, he is. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
And so if I had to pick, because I tend to like lighter, faster systems, because my life's stressful enough without having to stop and page flip. No.
That's fair.
I'll get you out of bed, sir.
No, I was doing my own show, and then I started to stream because a friend of mine wanted to do something. I forgot about you guys because my brain was over there. And then you sent me the message. I'm like, shit. I got to run over here. Sorry, buddy. We'll do this Sunday night, and I came over here.
Well, we can wrap it up early if you want.
Well, that's right. No. I'm done. I'm not going after this. No more streaming for me tonight.
Okay. All right.
Bed for me now. Now bed. But no. I felt bad that you'd already had someone cancel and I had forgotten, so I came rushing over as fast as I could.
That's all good, man. I think I do a sequel to this movie.
Oh
no!
I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
And I don't want them to. I would rather they did something original and something new. I do not want to see a franchise come out of this. I'm sick of fucking franchises. Not every movie needs a sequel. Near Dark didn't need a sequel. Event Horizon didn't need a sequel. You understand? Like some movies are just
a sequel.
I thoroughly agree. I think this should be a standalone movie. I think this would be great as a standalone movie, but unfortunately, I know the industry, and they're going to make a sequel.
Yes, because Do Re Mi is also not a part of singing when it comes to the industry. But yeah, no, I don't think they should make a sequel. I think they should do something new and tap into their creativity. I think a sequel will water it down and ruin it. It is like Buckaroo Banzai. It is a perfect example of what it is, and it never needs to be more.
And people are like, oh, we need to have all these questions answered. No, you don't. No, not at all. We don't need to know the story of Rumi's mother and how she met her father. We don't need to know that
story. Jinnu is her father. That's everyone's big theory.
Yeah, that's it. It is not important to what goes on.
Yeah.
The only thing I might want answered is I want to know more about Derpy and Sus.
The cat and the bird?
Uh-huh.
No.
They are not demons. They are creatures created by the Han Moon.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't care, though. That's the point. I don't need that answered, right? There's not a question I have that I need to have answered, and it's more fun not to have them answered. Because then we get to pontificate and do podcasts and write blog articles and everything we want to do about it. Nothing I hate more than when they start answering questions in stuff. Because when you have the wide open field in Highlander, we had a wide open field in front of us, and then they started answering questions, and they got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Right?
Yeah, a thorough example of getting worse with sequels is Highlander. Mm-hmm. The first Highlander movie is perfection. We do not need any more. So of course they gave us more.
Well, but then we can, like I said, we can look back at stuff like Big Trouble in Little China. We can look back at stuff like Buckaroo Banzai, movies that were one and done and left you wanting more.
And
that's
those
the point.
Movies are in my slot of perfect films.
The Thing, like these are
The
movies you
Iron
never
Giant.
needed sequels. The perfect example. You never needed sequels.
Does John Carpenter have some weird pull where he keeps most of his movies from getting remade or rebooted? Because
He owns them.
there
Yeah.
you go. Okay.
It's that simple.
That's,
It helps when you own the franchise.
He doesn't own all of them, and that's the problem. He didn't own
that's why
The
there's
Thing.
a remake. But yeah, I've been scared that they're going to do, redo Big Trouble in China or,
They
Escape
are
from-
redoing Big Trouble in China. The Rock bought the stupid rights to it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Can no one stop Dwayne Johnson?
That guy, man, I think he's done. I think his failure with Shazam or whatever, the Black Adam, I think that
Yeah.
What is Fiend Hunter?
What is Fiend Hunter, Jacob?
So, earlier today, Mike throws me a picture of a Waffle House fighting league and says, "Hey, Jacob, stop me from producing a Waffle House fighting league RPG." And I, of course, say it is a terrible idea to have a Waffle House Fighting League RPG. First of all, we don't have a license with Waffle House. So that right there is going to stop this shit. Secondly, people don't want fights to be happening where they eat. People want to feel safe where they eat. People go to Waffle House for the food, not the fights. That may be different for other people, but that's why I go to Waffle House. Food, not fights. So I suggested alternatively, what we should be producing is a short, a couple of pages of PDF of a singing, demon hunting subclass that a bard that fights demons for D&D, and that's what this is. The Fiend Hunter is a bard subclass that fights demons with music and inspiration and hope.
And harmony, and 3-part harmony. Mike, you have become the fucking Corman of RPGs. I want you to know that.
This is not a bad thing. I love a lot of Corman films.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad thing either, but I'm just saying, like, dude, you've become that, which is what's popular these days with the kids. All right, we'll make that.
Cocaine Owlbear.
Cocaine Owlbear, make it happen.
And that was a huge seller for us.
I was talking to I won't drop any names, but I was in a meeting with a big wheel in the industry, and he's like, I haven't heard of you. I was like, Daddy, you heard Cocaine Owlbear? He's like, well, that's you. I'm like, yeah, that's me. So yeah.
So
that's what I'm known for.
If you are wanting a bard subclass that is all about using music and hope and inspiration to fight demons, we have a subclass for you. And look,
Andrew, do you have
there's a website scrolling along the bottom where you can go and buy it right now.
Bear, do you have indigestion? Do you eat something bad? You look miserable there. So.
I'm just absolutely floored that I somehow got suckered into one of your shill sessions.
This is a shill. We'll talk about it for a minute. If we can stop.
Whatever, Shilly.
You're
Whatever,
allowed to shill stuff.
No, shill your hearts out.
Something?
I got nothing to shill. Shill your hearts out. Have a good time.
Well, we did talk about your Patreon earlier.
Yeah, we noticed there's no URL and there's no where to go. I just mentioned I had one.
Well, what is the URL for your Patreon?
Not telling you.
You're not telling me.
I refuse to be part of your shilling, sir.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got it saved here somewhere. Hang on.
Do not do this, Michael. You and I will be very, very cross with each other.
Well,
Hey, you know what's really weird? My music channel has picked up over 200 subs in the last week.
Mm-hmm.
One of the albums it's coming up on 9,000 views. Is very popular with Russians, Brazilians, and Ukrainians for some reason.
Huh.
And even though I'm upfront about things being generated with AI and that type of stuff, I still get hate. I still get a couple people going, AI. You know what? You didn't have to stop and say anything. You could have just merrily danced along your day. You know what I mean? Fucking
You
humans.
don't like it, you don't have to stop. And there are people whose whole life is just, I'm going to find things I don't like and piss on them.
Yep.
You know.
And we call those people idiots. Anyway, I look forward to Fiend Hunter, but I'm thinking, see, when I saw it, I was like, oh no, they're already making a game. It's a subclass. Put your balls on the table, Lafferty.
Yeah,
Put those big lobster boy balls on the table and make a game, sir.
Well, I suppose we could. If we were smart, we'd do it for 5e. Hey, Walter Billiard's talking to me. Hang on, maybe he wants to join the podcast.
Walter Billiard's talking to you. I haven't talked to that guy in years.
Oh, he is sending me memes about bears. Oh, hey, that's appropriate because you're here. So, alas, it is a link to Twitter. Oh, wait, I can see it now. Oh, it's a video of a guy shooting a bear that breaks into his house at 3 a.m. Because I sent Walt a meme of well, it's not a meme, it's a news story. It's here in Colorado yesterday. Someone cut video of a bear crawling out of the sewers in Colorado Springs.
Did you send Walt the link to join us?
I did not. I can. He's probably going to be like, no, man, I'm working so hard for Wargate Books.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but you know what? Never hurts. Tell him I say hi.
Yes, give all our appreciations to Walt. We miss him here at the Banff and humble beginnings. Now that he's making the big bucks.
Mr. Fancy Pants, too good for us now with his fancy schmancy book writing. I remember you. I will never forget the Banff podcast, sir.
Well, one of us had to make it big, and if it's got to be Walt, I'm okay with that.
No, I'm fine with that too, but you know, it's kind of open for me. I'm just saying it. I'm just going to say it point blank.
Well,
have we had any questions or anything from audience or about Demon Hunters in general and stuff?
Is anyone watching us right now, Michael?
I'm sure there's a couple of folks. I have a few numbers in the upper left-hand corner, so
that's nice.
I don't have your social media pull, so
I don't have social media pull, dude. My RPG channel is quietly dying and expiring because I don't give it enough love.
Because, you know, we've already talked about our favorite songs. Does anyone have a favorite Saja Boy or a favorite Huntrix, favorite demon?
There's one person watching right now. That's awesome. Hi, one person.
It's probably Chuck Rice. He was going to be on, but he was feeling sick. So
no, I'm sorry to hear that, Chuck. Hopefully you're feeling better soon, my friend. I would say my favorite song is still Golden. Like that. I just love that song. It's so well done. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's 4/4 time with triple beats on each of the 4 beats. So it's like, what's 3 times 4? Is it 12 time or something? 16 time. It's insane. The production level on that song is absolutely astounding. The layering they did on the vocals, like, Jesus Christ, it's so good.
So how much auto-tune is involved here? Or are these ladies just incredibly
Zero.
Really?
Okay. They're
just that good. So EJ, the lead singer, EJ, the girl who does Rumi's singing voice, she was part of the K-pop system, and they kept turning her down and turning her down and turning her down. Then she got too old. They decided they weren't going to use her anymore, so she pivoted into songwriting. Now, she is the primary vocalist on the #1 song in the world.
Yeah.
The last time a Korean song did this was Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guarantee you there's a metric shit ton of K-pop executives eating their hats right now because they could have had her for all these years. Just killing it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So good for her. And she's really cool. I've seen a couple of interviews with her now, and she's chill and she's humble and she's blown away by her success. Like, love her. Great stuff.
K-pop is not the best industry. I've heard some really terrible things about what happened.
Oh no, that's one thing I have to say about the movie is it does not represent K-pop at all how it is. You know, they're talking about taking a couple of months off. No, that doesn't happen. If you are a K-pop star, you are working. You do not get time off. There are K-pop stars who suffered massive injuries and were pulled out of their hospital beds so that they could perform. That's the kind of bullshit that's gone on in actual K-pop.
It's as bad as the idol system in Japan.
Yeah. Walt is declining because he says K-pop Demon Hunters is outside his comfort zone.
No, whatever. Tell him I said he's a little girl. No, don't tell him that. He'll hunt me and kill me.
We're laughing, but it might be true. So
that's what that was my Facebook post. I was like, I can't stop listening to this earworm golden. Apparently, I'm turning into a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Hey Walt. Hey Walt, how you doing? Walt.
Hi Walt. Hey Walt.
When Mike told me, Bear, that you liked this movie, I lost my shit.
Why?
You are one of the most cynical people I have ever met, especially when it comes to Hollywood and the entertainment industry. So the fact that you loved this wonderful, fluffy piece of animation,
Let me ask you a question. What's my number one favorite film, Jacob?
I don't know. Okay.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah.
All right.
I have appreciation of good films. I don't care what genre they are. It's like music. I don't care what genre it is. I don't care what style it is. I don't care who made it. If it's good, it's good. My cynicism is misconstrued as negativity. It is not negativity. It is just an absolute disdain for modernism and garbage, right? Just pure garbage. Like there's this thing some of my friends are learning that they hear a lot. Even my Discordians are hearing it when we talk about Star Trek, modern Star Trek, and I use the term lazy fucking writing, and I say that all the time now. It's because I can't stand lazy writing. I think it is the bane of creativity. AI is a better writer than the garbage coming out of Hollywood these days. You know what I'm saying? So K-pop Demon Hunters was brilliant. Like Superman, like Fantastic Four, it was about positivity, hopefulness, family found in this case, as opposed to family raised. It allowed women to be powerful without making men pushed down. It gave a positive message to girls and boys. It just gave a positive message to people. It was self-aware enough that it had a little bit of humor. It had a little bit of it was able to laugh at itself a little bit, and it was also able to take itself seriously when it needed to. And for me, that makes it a superior film. And I was surprised too that I saw it and went, "Wow, why am I watching this and loving it?" But I loved it, and I will take no shame for that. I am proud to say I love this film.
Good.
And Walt says, "Need more of it."
Yes, we do. We need a lot more of that.
I
We need
agree.
a lot more positivity.
That's what I was talking about when you first popped in.
Ah, there we go. So we need to get to a point where the cynical age comes to an end. That's what we need to do.
Well, it's been 20 or 30 years now that they're doing dark reimaginings of goddamn everything. So we're about there.
Yeah, I don't need another dark Superman. We've got too much of that already. I need proper Superman, which we've gotten.
Did you see what they did?
Yeah.
In the digital release of Superman?
I have not seen the digital release.
Okay, so there's a thing on the screen that pops up at one point in time of Max Lord says, Kryptonian message faked by Lex Luthor. So that one thing that all the fans jumped on James Gunn for, which is why are you giving him Invincible's origin? That's so stupid. Don't do that. They fucking changed it in the digital release to take it, like to give the out that no, maybe his parents didn't say those evil things.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, did no one check? They all just took the initial what Lex said the mission was.
No, but there's a thing where they say it's been verified by these linguists and all that, and then Mr. Terrific says, "Well, I know these people, so if they say it's true, it's true," which is nice. But really, no one's above being, extorted, bribed, or threatened. You know what I mean? So I like that they did that because that showed a response to the audience. That showed a response to the fans going, you know what, that was a fuck up. We'll fix it now. So I appreciate that part. And that's a good sign. That's a really good sign.
That's fair. Let's Oh wait, hey Walt. It's like, Walt, why don't you just join the show? It's way up physical media so they can't Mandela affect it. Yeah, that's a good point. I do have VHS tapes of the original Star Wars in my house somewhere. I can't watch them anymore, but I've got them. So.
Yeah, I when I was last out shopping, I bought a DVD copy of Sinners. That way I have a physical copy should it ever disappear.
Yeah,
which I don't expect it will, considering how popular it was.
Well, I mean, Star Wars was super popular, and they changed all kinds of shit in the first 3 movies. So
that's because they took it away from us for so long, and unless you videotaped it off a television broadcast, it wasn't available to see. You know, the VHS releases happened late.
Bye, Walt. Have fun being a big-time super fan.
The VHS releases for Star Wars happened only a couple of years before the special editions came out.
That's fair. Well, have we mined this vein? We talked about K-pop all we can.
If no one has questions, because I do not want to sit here and just blather about all the lore I have learned, which will bore Bear to death.
No, lore's interesting. I actually like lore. Prefer him to Data. Data was annoying. There's my joke for the night. There's my Star Trek joke. But no, I think just watch the fucking movie, people.
Yeah.
Just go watch it. Turn off your cynicism, turn off your bullshit, and just watch the movie.
I have a friend.
No!
He does not like Blues Brothers. And that is the kind of metric that I have determined, if you don't like this movie, you have no soul.
Wow.
And that is honestly something I can now say about a second film, which is K-pop Demon Hunters. If you do not like this film, there might be something wrong with you.
Hey, but let's see in the morning. All right. Connor doesn't like it. Are you saying he has no soul?
Connor is 12 years old and is just now figuring out what his interests are. And in my opinion, he is fronting.
What does that mean?
It's an old person word for he's such trying to act tough by saying you don't like
12-year-old and modern generation didn't invent slang.
Hang on. Connor, you actually like it, no cap.
Skibbity.
That's in the dictionary now.
I know. It's I'll see you in the morning, bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can talk to the kids. I can talk to the kids.
You're hip, you're down.
I'm down. I used to be with it, and then they changed what it was, and I found what was it scary, and it'll happen to you.
I was talking to his skateboard instructor one day, and I was like, so what are kids your age into, like Pokemon or what? And he's in his 20s. I thought I was being clever and putting him out. He's like, no, man, do you play? And he like pulls up his arm and has got a whole sleeve of Pokemon characters. And I'm like, well, I feel like an asshole now. I mean, I was trying to be an asshole, but his earnest enthusiasm for Japanese culture.
Other people try. You succeed.
Everyone's got to have a talent, sir. And I can't be pretty because you're taking that, so I got to do something.
Well, that's true. I do have the market cornered on fat, big-nosed Canadians. So,
All right. Well, on that happy note, anything else, guys?
That's how it's done.
Pick up Heroic when it comes out. You're going to see art by Jacob.
Okay. And when is it coming out?
When it's ready.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It'll be out soon.
Put it this way: give me $10,000. It'll come out a lot faster.
All right.
He can only pay me so fast.
I'm paying him. I'm paying the layout guy, and then eventually I have to pay the character backer artist who's doing all the custom characters that people wanted, and I got to pay for the print on demand coupons. So that's literally thousands of dollars that I'm paying out of pocket now.
You know, when this is all done, you should do a book about crowdfunding campaigns.
No,
No.
I'm not reliving that fucking trauma. But I guarantee you this: if you ever see me crowdfund again, remind me to kill myself.
It's that bad, huh?
Ugh. You've got it figured out properly. These little short campaigns, you only need like $50 to produce your product. Everything else is gravy. Well done. I had ambition. Well, that was a fucking mistake.
I got my ambition beat out of me a long time ago in this industry. So yeah, I did my little short, little quirky books, and you know, sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't. But you know, it doesn't make me lose sleep for a year and a half, like some projects have. So yeah.
Shut up.
Sorry. It was a quiet night, Bear. I should have pushed the show some more, but
That's okay, man. I had fun.
all right. Jacob, Bear, good talking to you guys. All of our handful of listeners, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will catch you next time on the BAMF Podcast.